So good day. So today we'll be looking at isometric drawings. And what is isometric drawing? Isometric drawing is a method of producing a pictorial view of an object to show three of its surfaces simultaneously. The object is placed such that its principal axes are equally inclined, as shown in figure 1. So what are we saying? We are saying that for an isometric drawing, you have, this is the principal, this is the object is positioned such that the principal axis 1, 2 are inclined at the same angle, 30 degrees. So such a way that you can see three faces, 1, 2, 3 of the object. So that is how you produce isometric drawings. Now, when you are making isometric drawings, circles, normal circles in 2D appears as elliptical arcs in 3D. So you can use the circle construction method or you use the approximate construction method. The approximate construction method has been shown to us in a previous video where you draw the principal axis, mark a point A, from there you mark a point A, you draw the principal axis, and then from the principal axis you join point P to R, and then we center as O and radius PO. You draw an arc to intersect RS at T, as you can see, and then using arrow at center and radius RT, draw an arc to intersect PR at U, as you can see, and then bisect PU, which is this. Okay, so you get point A on PQ and point B on RS. So transfer this to this other point. Transfer, form a mirror of A of point B. So you have B prime and A prime, and then with center B and B prime, draw arcs, and center B R. With center B and B prime, draw arc at BR and BS. Okay, so at B, center B, you draw an arc at this B prime, you do the same the other way. So that's how you have an ellipse. So you apply this to your orthographic, your symmetric drawing. You apply this as symmetric drawing. So you know this is a straight face orthographic view. When it's isometric, it becomes something like this. Of course, you know how to share your line. Okay, you know how to share your line. And with the isometric, with the circle method, you also know how to use the circle method, whereby you, after determining the focal point, you bisect angles like that, and then you get the various points of the ellipse. So use the approximate circle method. This is the way to look like what I have just explained in this figure, in this slide here, what I have just explained here. So that is what it will look like when you come to the isometric drawing. Basically, isometric is a 3D drawing. Okay. So of course, you can be given orthographic, and from orthographic, you can be required to produce the isometric. This is the first angle orthographic projection. So using that, yes. So it was very clear from the notes. No. Okay. I'm just trying to make the video. So given the orthographic, we can, trying to take a pencil. So given orthographic, we can actually draw the isometric from orthographic this way. So we know of this as the front elevation, and this is the plan. So I can begin with the plan. I know of this. I know of this. And then somewhere at the middle here, we have this going down all the way. And going down all the way. So somewhere at the middle here, we have a triangle. We can see that from the front elevation. We have something like this here, not reaching down. So we can see that from the front elevation. So exactly what you will see in this picture. In this picture. So of course, from the top also, you see that this is around it. So from the top also, you see something like this. Forgive my drawing, it's just a sketch, not perfect. So this guy rests on this exactly. Or something like that. So that's what you can see here in that was the rough hand sketch. So from orthographic, you can produce an isometric drawing. So basically, that is that. That is that. Thank you. Do well to subscribe to our channel and like the video. Thanks. See you next one.